I'm going to share something really quite personal, and it might be a completely wrong perception, but I hold my networking event. I meet a lot of people, I connect up people, I attend networking events, and like this morning I was at a larger one, I suppose with about 30 odd people, and the very first person who introduced themselves, he didn't actually introduce himself, he just bigged up somebody else. And as we went around, there were a few people, including myself, because I said, can I actually just big up this guy, who I might as well name him, he's the owner of this studio where we are filming now.
Fabulous.
So he just bigged up his new VA services.
Brilliant.
And I said, can I just big up this guy who actually owns a studio and does videography, and I'll be doing my own podcast there later on today.
Yeah.
Because he ended up not introducing himself at all. You know what I mean? And it was just really quite nice as we went around.
Yeah.
And a couple of people did that across the room. And that just underlines exactly what you said.
I love it, yeah.
What do you bring? How do you help others, and how do you promote others? And it will, when you give out good, the good will come back.
It comes back. Most of the time it's not from that direct person you've helped, like very, very seldom. It's from someone else down the line, but it comes back in different shapes and form, yeah, definitely.
It's a sort of personal thing I wanted to say, and I don't know, I feel a bit embarrassed about it,
No,
I feel a bit
say
emotional
it.
about it. There's obviously a lot of coaches and mentors in the network, and I always feel, even though many of them are friends, but I always feel, how can I call up those people to ask for advice when they are not my coach and mentor? And should I think about it that way, that I should be paying them for their advice and support, or and then I just end up not asking?
I think you can always ask if they haven't got time, if they don't get back to you. You know, just leave it at that.
There's no harm done.
Everyone's got their own boundaries, you know, and everyone's life goes in different waves. Like they could be in a point, if they don't get back to you, they're absolutely slammed with work. They physically have not got time, apart from people who are paying them, you know, to be blunt. And then other people are like, oh yeah, and I get so many questions, so many DMs, and, you know, often from people I've met once at networking, hey, do you mind? And if I can, I'll get back to them straight away, very quick, short and sharp and quick, that's it. You know, when they're asking for lots and lots of things, like, whoa, wait a minute,
come along to my
there's like a limit,
day,
you know, how much, but I've been in positions where I think some people aren't aware that coaches need to eat as well, you know, and that is a problem. So I understand where you're coming from.
That it's like, am I overthinking it? But you're absolutely right, that people set their own boundaries, and that's actually so part of, you know, one of the elements that is in my framework, which is the emotional health, and that actually covers setting boundaries and then sticking by those boundaries to make sure that
you stay sane yourself, don't you?
Yes.
Otherwise, you're helping everyone, then you end up... I mean, I had that for one afternoon. I was just answering everyone's questions. Thought, well, I haven't actually got anything...
Have I done anything that's earning me money today?
Or on my to-do list, you know, that I was supposed to be doing. So, yeah, it's easy to go down that rabbit hole of helping people. But.
So you generally mentor and coach women, I believe?
Yes.
Do you find that women sort of open up about telling the truth about themselves? Or what do you find? What sort of lies women tell themselves to sort of prevent themselves to be the best version?
I think it is the sort of lack of time they dedicate for themselves. Like a classic response is, it's not the right time yet. Okay, when is going to be the right time? After you've moved house, when the kids are grown up, when so-and-so's done, you know, this project, it's when is the right time? And it's the classic thing of the right time is now, or 20 years ago when you should have done it. I find that sort of, if you want to say lying to themselves, it's why wait? Like I always try and find out how long this person has been with this certain problem, you know, when they speak to me. And often it's like, I've been like this for a year. I spoke to someone for a year with this feeling frustrated, completely run ragged. You know, they haven't got any more hours in the day because they're filled up. They're not getting in the revenue that they want or deserve because they're severely undercharging themselves, which is very common with women that I work with. And it's like, come on, just you've got to stop and make a change. If you don't make any change, you're going to carry on. How long are you going to keep on this hamster wheel?
Hamster wheel, absolutely.
Yeah, of just keeping on going. Like you've got to make that stop and you've got to make a change because otherwise nothing else is going to change. And she came back to me, a lady I spoke to this week, you know, she's frustrated. She's been like that for a year. And, you know, she needs more time to think about it and she'll come back to me. So I know it's a no, it's a polite no, which is absolutely fine. I'm not for everyone. But I said to her, please, I urge you, work with another coach. Like, put that as a priority, please, because you need help. And I don't want to see you're on the cusp of burnout. You know, she said it herself. I feel exhausted all the time. It's like, stop, please. Get help. You know, it sounds counterintuitive for the busy women that I work with. They're very ambitious. They may be deemed.
I was just about to sort of ask about that. Like, is it down to confidence or is it very largely down to mindset?
Well, confidence and mindset are completely linked, in my opinion, because you can learn to be confident. We're only born with two fears, falling and loud noises.
Yeah, I learned that recently.
Yeah,
indeed.
so you can learn to be more confident. So that is part of the mindset. But part of being confident is doing something. You haven't done something, for example, you haven't been a guest on a podcast. You're scared, you're not confident, you don't know what to do. Do it the first time. You might be nervous, it may not be fabulous. The second time is going to be easy, the third time is going to be easier. When you take action, you build confidence. Yeah. So it's, mindset and confidence, all intertwined.